Willkommen zurück. That's welcome back in German. I don't speak German, so hopefully I won't butcher the language too bad on this episode. This episode may seem a bit out of place for a podcast that focuses heavily on hiking in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and I guess it is. But I recently took a sort of spur-of-the-moment hike on Ravennaschlucht Trail in Germany's Black Forest. In this short episode, I recount this unexpectedly fun hike. I guess a brief explanation is in order. I went on a European vacation with a small group of people who really are not into hiking the way that I am. Most of our trip was visiting historic churches, castles, old town squares, markets, and just enjoying the scenery and the people. Prior to the trip, I scoped out a few potential hikes that I and my non-hiking companions might enjoy. Primarily, I used the All Trails app to do this homework. During most of the trip, we were in larger towns where all the touristy stuff is located. In those towns, the trails, if you can call them that, were mostly greenways and bike paths, but really nothing all that intriguing to me. However, on the schedule for one day, we were to tour the Black Forest and make a stop at a place called Hofgut Sternen. A little background on the Black Forest, or Schwarzwald in German. It's a beautiful, mountainous and wooded area of the German state of Baden-Württemberg. It's close to the Rhine River as well as France and Switzerland. Like all of Germany, this area has its own unique traditions. One of those is a hat the ladies wear called a Ballenhut, which has large pom-poms on it. Another is Black Forest cherry cake, which they take great pride in discussing with you. The dialect of German spoken in the Black Forest is called Alemannic. But the thing that the area is best known for are intricately carved Black Forest cuckoo clocks, which have a long history there. Hofgut Sternen is basically a tourist destination built around an old hotel, all wrapped in a Black Forest theme. There were shops and activities you could participate in here, but the one that intrigued me was hiking on the Ravennaschlucht Trail. I didn't know a lot about the trail, but thought I would check it out. If it looked good, I'd hike a bit. But if it didn't, I would quickly return to the more touristy endeavors. This section of the trail is called Mittlere Ravenna. We had limited time here, but I could squeeze in a hike, and I was able to convince two of my companions to hike with me, while another decided that a demonstration on building cuckoo clocks was far more interesting. So we started up the trail. Shortly after the start of the hike, we passed under a train trestle and through an area that's used for a very popular Christmas market that they have here each year. Then the trail started going uphill, and we came upon a rapidly flowing stream. And as I gazed ahead on the trail, I quickly concluded that this was going to be a fun hike. The trail was quite busy, I assume with mostly tourists like me, but many of the people were speaking German, so some of them may have been more serious hikers checking this one off of their to-do list. As I continued up the trail, I had to periodically climb up stone and metal staircases that were built because of the narrowness of the ravine as you climbed higher. I also crossed over a few well-engineered bridges, nothing like those Indiana Jones-style bridges in the Smokies. Throughout my short hike, the stream was loudly flowing with many cascades and waterfalls along the way. About halfway through my hike, my companions abandoned me and decided to return to the village to watch a glass-blowing demonstration. But I continued to hike up the trail further and continued to be amazed by the beauty of this trail and the stream. Here is a brief audio clip of the stream that I recorded during my hike. During my hike, I saw large Ravenna Falls, which is a 50-foot waterfall, and small Ravenna Falls. which is 20 feet high. They were both stunning. I took several photos and videos and will post them on Instagram for you. As I continued on the hike, I eventually came to an intersection with another trail and decided that this would be a good place to turn around and rejoin my companions for some Black Forest cherry cake. The return hike continued to be awesome. Due to my time restrictions, I didn't hike the entire trail. The total length of this out and back hike, if you were to hike the whole thing, would be about 4.3 miles with an elevation gain of 1,125 feet. My shortened version of the hike was 2 miles with an elevation gain of about 500 feet. As I mentioned, this trail connects with other trails, so you can create a longer Black Forest hike if you have the time. In order to research this trail, it would really help if you spoke German, as most of the websites that came up in my web search were German. You can find some information on hiking in Germany on some of the mobile apps that I reviewed on Season 5, Episode 5. Overall, I give this hike a thumbs up, and I give it a moderately difficult rating, only because of the elevation gain and the number of steps you have to walk up during the hike. Trail conditions were great, even though it had recently rained in the area. I think most people would really enjoy this hike. I'll take us to the wrap-up with another brief bit of audio that I recorded on the trail. This is sort of a very brief halftime report. So I'm here in the Black Forest on my waterfall hike, and it's really been fun. It's a short hike. Trail conditions are fantastic. And the whole time, the trail has run alongside a series of small waterfalls, as you can hear. And really, really enjoying this hike. And I'll catch up with you later. Well, you never know where you might find some hiking fun. I'm glad that I squeezed this one in during my vacation. I'll continue to look for other fun hikes during my leisure and business travels. If you enjoy this podcast, please subscribe to it and give it a good rating on the podcast platform that you use. The algorithms look for that, and it really helps to expand listenership, which helps me to spread the word about the podcast. Also, please recommend it to your friends who enjoy hiking and outdoor adventures. If you like it, they'll probably like it too. Photos and a video taken during today's hike can be found on Instagram, where my name is Gooseahikin. That's Gooseahikin. It's time for the final thought. As always, enjoying the great outdoors is most certainly enjoyable and fun. But please don't engage in strenuous physical activities that are beyond your capabilities or your physical condition. Make sure you're familiar with the wildlife you could encounter on your journey so you can be prepared. Also, make sure that you wear weather-appropriate clothing, carry an emergency medical kit, water, and a map, and always stay on the trail. And remember to go to church this weekend.